morning, Thursday morning. We'll start the practice today standing up. If you are able to have a block and a blanket nearby, that would be great. Otherwise, maybe modify as we move through our practice. But we will start standing up. So find a comfortable position here for you. Have the legs a little bit wider apart, maybe hip width apart, maybe even wider, shoulders width apart. And start just by shifting weight forward and back, gently rocking from the front of the foot to the back of the foot. And then maybe a little bit of movement side to side. If you want to circle the hips here in hula hoops like motions, go ahead and do that. Then slow down the movement and come into a hold. Noticing the feet on the ground. Feeling how you're growing tall from there, having that foundation. Try to relax your glute muscles, your shoulders. Notice the forces that are impacting the way you're standing up, the gravity that's pulling you down, the muscles you need to engage to stay upright. Then inhale, reach the hands overhead. Bring the palms together. And through heart center, release the fingers back towards the ground. And again, inhale, reach up, go slow. Exhale, through heart center, release the fingers down. And one more time, inhale, reach up. And then this time, rest the prayer against your heart. Close the eyes, tuck the chin slightly towards the chest. And set an intention for the practice ahead of you. Knowing that the next couple of months will be probably very intense. Starting with the elections next week, and then towards the end of the month, Thanksgiving, and then the holidays. And this is on top of the regular ongoing So maybe this morning as you're setting your attention, be thankful to what you have, to your health, to your family, all the things that keep you grounded, all the things that help you to grow. Place your intention on your heart, seal it with your breath. And release the hands, open the eyes. So I'm just going to face the top of my mat here. Again, still in the standing position. Inhale, reach the hands one more time over the head. And this time, place the hand just above your knees. A little bit of bending of the knees, but try to keep your arms straight. Draw the shoulders back. On your next inhalation, lift your head, lift your heart. And on the exhalation, tuck the chin round the spine. Inhale, draw the shoulders back, and then move into that cow-like pose. Exhale, tuck the chin round the spine. We'll do it one more time. So start to notice the articulation of the spine, the movement of the spine, the separation of the vertebrae. Your next inhalation will bring you into a neutral position. And from here, bend the knees deeper, place the elbows on top of the knees. Engage the core, so pull your belly button up towards the spine, engage your pelvic floor muscles. Try to maintain extended spine and just lift the hips up and lower them down. If this is too much for you, come back to that higher position. So that hinging from the hips. Next time you're lifting the hips up, let the head go round the spine. So again, if you need a little bit of a lift here, you can keep the hands resting on your thighs, on your shins. If you're able to round the spine and let go completely, go ahead and do that. Bring some movement into your legs, bending and straightening the knees. Again, you can roll forward and back here. Then come into a hold, come into stillness. Allow the head to be heavy, the shoulders, the arms. Feel the back of the body starting to open up. Ground the feet in the floor and roll yourself up slowly. Want the head to be the last thing you are lifting, placing it safely over the shoulders. And again, just hold in the mountain position for a moment. A little bit of movement will change. Inhale, reach the hands overhead. And this time, place the right hand just outside the right hip. Extend to the left side body. Reach up and reach over. Maybe even turn the gaze over to left arm. On your next inhalation, extend the right hand up and then release the left hand to the left hip again. Grow tall first. You always want to be grounded and lift from there. And then reach up and reach over, keeping the ribs in. Trying not to overarch the lower back, so roll the tailbone down just a bit. Your next inhalation will bring you back to center, hands overhead. And then extend the arms out to the side. And without moving the hips, twist over to the right. Inhale, return to center. Exhale, twist over to the left. Inhale to center. Reach the hands over the head one more time. And then fold forward. The next breath in will lift you halfway. Find that long extended spine one more time. Again, rest the hands on the legs if you need to. And from here, step the left leg long behind you. So again, blocks can be very handy here. See if you can bring the right knee over the right ankle. Lifting, reaching, and then gently drop the left knee down. You can pad it with a blanket. If you don't have a blanket, maybe just roll the edge of the mat. But if you're not putting the weight on the kneecap itself, just shifting a little bit forward, that may release the pressure as well. Fingers to the floor or to the block. And then again, very gently, just shift some weight forward and back. You can keep the spine a little bit round. You can extend it. Just warming up the body. Next time the right knee is coming forward, bring both hands on top of the right knee and see if you are able to extend the arms and to drop the shoulders down. You can hold here or extend the hands overhead. If you have any shoulder consideration, you can bend the elbows, maybe even press the back of the head against the hands. Try to open to the left side. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Carefully release the fingers down. Tuck the left toes under, lift the knee. And then walk the fingers to the center. Check that your feet look like number 11. They parallel to each other. And move gently from side to side in those lateral lunges. And again, block can be very useful here. Even you can take a chair and bring the hands on this chair. Want to keep the spine long. And after a few of these lateral movements, make your way back towards the top of the mat. Take a breath in And then step forward and fold forward. Again, root the feet in the floor and slowly roll yourself up. Recheck with your mountain pose. On your next inhalation, reach the hands overhead. And then fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen the spine. This time, step the right leg behind you. Again, just hold here in the lunge for a moment. And then release the right knee behind you. You can keep the toes tucked under, you can untuck. Again, the gentle movement forward and back. Trying to create some space, some length. Next time the left knee is coming forward, place both hands on top of the knee. Use that connection of the hands and the thigh or the knee to lift up. And again, an option to extend the hands over the head. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Release the fingers down. Tuck the right toes under. Lift the knee from the ground. And this time, step back into downward facing dog. Just like we did in that forward fold, move gently, move slowly. And then come into a hold, come into stillness. Take a breath in and take a breath out. On your next inhalation, come forward into a high plank, high push-up. Draw the shoulders back, reach the heart forward. And then release the knees under the hips. On your next inhalation, lift your head, lift your heart, lift your tail. Notice your cat and cows here on all four. How it's similar or different to the ones that you did in the beginning of this practice, in that standing up position. Find neutral spine. Reach the right leg behind you. Then engage the core muscles to lift the leg off the floor. Take a breath in. Send that right leg out to the right. I'll just turn around for a moment. So the foot is more or less in line with the knee. Toes, if you're able, turn them forward. If this is too much, you can bend the knee and place the foot on the ground. And then lift yourself up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right hand towards the right leg. So whether the leg is straight or bent, doesn't really matter. Extend to the left side one more time and then take it up and take it over Again, notice if you are able to create more space between your rib bones on that left side body. Your next inhalation will reach you up. Bring the hands back to the heart center and then release the fingers to the ground. Place them back under the shoulders. Sweep the right leg all the way over towards the left side of the mat. Turn the gaze over. Find the foot. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Inhale, recenter. One more thing here before we're moving on. So from the left side of the mat, lift the leg, recenter, extend the left hand forward just for a moment, and then maybe, if you're able, reach for that right foot. You can keep the gaze straight down, you can look forward, or maybe turn the gaze over your left shoulder. Slowly undo the side and find that neutral position on all four. So again, a little bit of movement of the spine here. An option to circle, just like we did standing up, circle the hips, shift weight forward and back, whatever works for you. Find neutral again, and then reach the left leg up behind you. Sweep it over to the left. Walk the hands back, lift your chest up. Again, they can be straight, can be bent. Your next inhalation, reach the hands overhead. And we take that side extension one more time. For one more inhalation and one more exhalation. Inhale, reach the hands overhead. Bring the hands back to the heart and then release them down to the floor. Sweep the left leg all the way to the right. Turn the gaze over. Inhale, lift the leg. Recenter it with the hip. Extend the right hand forward. And then challenge yourself to take the left foot in your right hand. Inhale to release. Exhale to touch down. Walk the hands forward slightly. Tuck the toes behind and lift the hips. Start to walk the hands back towards your feet. We're going to yogi squat. So again, different people have different mobility. If you need, walk the feet wider apart. It's helpful to turn the toes out. And again, you may stay here, but if you are able, release the hips towards the ground. And if this is too easy for you, lift the hips a little bit higher. Make sure the knees are pulling out and not falling in. Keep your spine long. Take a breath in. And again, always an option to sit here on a block if you have one. That's a great release for the hips. And then touch the fingers down. Lift
your torso up. Toe heel the feet back under the hips. And then walk the hands forward. And this time, as you're making your way into downward facing dog, see if you can keep your heels closer to the floor without rounding the spine. Take a breath in and take a breath out. One more thing here before we're moving on. Lift the right leg up behind you. And then pull the right knee towards the right elbow. Inhale, kick back. Find that split dog. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, kick back one more time. Exhale, right knee to left elbow for the twist. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, release. Left leg reaching up. Exhale, bring the left knee to the left elbow, hover the chest. Inhale, reach the leg behind you. Exhale, left knee to the chest. Inhale, kick back one more time. Exhale to the twist. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, release. Walk the feet forward towards your hands. Try to place the whole foot on the ground as you do so. And then revisit that forward fold one more time. Plant the feet in the floor and roll up. Again, the head will be the last thing you are placing over the shoulders. Find your mountain. Take a deep breath in and a cleansing breath out. So we'll put it all together into a flow, which is a yin-yang flow. Some more vigorous movement and some longer holds. So from your mountain, one more time, reach the hands overhead, maybe lift your heart a little bit, and then fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, send your left leg back into a long lunge. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, drop that left knee down. Inhale, sweep the hands overhead. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. I'm going to hold here. Reach the tip of your fingers up towards the ceiling, whether your arms are straight or bent. Open the heart, maybe even lift the gaze up if you're able. Take a full body breath in and a full body breath out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release the finger. Frame your right foot. Tuck the left of under, lift the knee. Take a deep breath here in your lunge. Exhale, split dog. Kick the right leg behind you. Inhale, breath here. Exhale, right knee towards the left elbow. And this time, extend the leg. You can keep the hands on the floor or You can reach the left hand up and over and open to the left side body. We're holding here just for a breath in, and on the breath out, gently release your sitting bones down to the floor. Turn towards the left leg, so now you're facing the back of the mat. Bend the right knee and bring the sole of the right foot towards the left side. Inhale, reach the hands overhead. Exhale, fold over your left leg. Be okay to bend the knee if you need to. Be okay to use props here. You don't want to feel any pressure on the lower back. And we hold here for a little bit longer in that Jano Chirasana, forehead to knee pose. Keep the left foot active, put the toes towards the knee. And breathe. Create that space. Enjoy the stillness, the calmness it brings to the body. Take one more breath in and one more breath out. Your next inhalation, rise up. Bring your right hand just outside to the right, it may be a foot apart. And then we are going to lift the hips here. So left leg can be straight. You can point the toes and keep it straight. If this is too much, again, always an option to bend the knee. Try to turn your heart towards the ceiling. Again, a short hold. Only one breath in and one breath out. Release the left hand to the floor now. You need to use a little bit of core work here to bring the right knee to the chest. Left leg is straight on the ground. Inhale, breath. Exhale, send the right knee long behind you. Split dog one more time. Take a full breath in. Exhale. This time, bring the right knee to the chest and step it into a lunge pose. Inhale, lengthen the spine first. Exhale, reach the hands behind you. Interlace the hands behind your lower back. Use your legs and core to lift your chest up. You need to modify. You can lower the back heel down. Just make sure your hips are facing straight forward. Extend the hands overhead if this is available to you. Warrior 1 or crescent. Warrior for 2, 3, and 1. Take a breath in. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, extend the front knee. Reach the hands overhead. Exhale, land back in the pose. Relax the shoulders, your face. So think of that mountain pose. You are grounded through your feet. You're growing tall. Arms are reaching out. Activate your biceps, triceps. On your next breath in, re-extend the right leg. Reach the hands overhead and then spin the left toes out. So similar to the Malasana pose, but this time The toes are turning out a little bit more and the straddle is a little bit deeper. Bring the hands to the heart center. Bend the knees. Again, watch here that the knees are not falling in. Press them out. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, squat down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, squat down. One more. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, back to warrior two. Turn the left heel out. Short hold. Turn the right palm, reverse your warrior. Exhale carefully. Cart with the hands down to the floor. Find lunge one more time. And then drop that back knee down. Walk the hands back and we'll take half hero pose here. So you can use a block to place under your right hip if you have one. Otherwise, always an option to sit on that left heel. That will remind you to engage your pelvic floor muscles. Or you can sit to the inside of the foot. If your knee is bothering you, just find a simple cross-legged seated position or extend the legs forward. Whatever works for you here. Reach the hands overhead. And we'll sit here with the hands resting on the heart center. Retuning back into the attention we set. Getting in touch with the breath. Holding the space. Take a breath in and take a breath out. And release. Be graceful here in a ninja-like move. Find your lunge one more time. And from here, just step forward. Find the fold. Find the hold here. Notice if, again, there is some change. And then slowly roll yourself up. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. Let the dizziness maybe fade away. If you want to continue to face your device, just turn to the other side of the mat. We'll work the other side body. Or maybe challenge yourself to stay with your back to the camera and rely only on your hearing. Inhale, reach the hands overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine halfway. Exhale, send your right leg long behind you. Take a breath in your lunge and then drop the right knee down. Inhale, sweep the hands overhead and hold your Anjaneyasana, your low lunge. Still engaging the pelvic floor muscles, still engaging the core. Maybe things opened up a little bit and you can Deepen that arch in the back without compressing the lower back. Take one more inhalation and then release the fingers. Frame your left foot, tuck the right foot under. Inhale here, exhale. Split dog or three-legged dog. Take a breath in, exhale. Left knee towards the right elbow. Extend the leg on the floor. Again, option to keep the hands here. You can bend the knee if you need to. If you're able, extend it maybe. Open your heart up towards the ceiling. Take a deep body breath in. Exhale, find your seat. Then your heart towards your right leg. Bend the left knee, bring the sole of the foot to the inner thigh. And again, that hold, longer hold in the forward fold. Use your props. Release the head. Find peace here, find ease. Every time you we're releasing the head below the heart, there's a sense of gratitude. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Next inhalation will lift you up. Turn towards your left knee and then place the left hand just behind the hip. Again, remember, you can keep the right leg straight or you can bend it. Lift the hips up and turn your heart one more time towards the ceiling. For a deep body breath in and a deep body breath out. Bring the right hand back to the floor. Spin onto the right foot so you can pull the left knee to the chest. Hold it tight. And then re-kick the leg long behind you. One more inhale. Exhale, step the foot, lunge. Inhale, lengthen the spine, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, reach the hands behind you. Interlace the fingers. Maybe try to bring the other index finger on top. And then press the ground to lift up. Place the shoulders over the hips and sweep the hands overhead. So just a reminder, back heel can be up or you can spin it down. Wherever you choose to be, try to maintain the hip point, the two sticky bones in the front of the body, facing the left leg, the left knee. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Inhale, exhale, warrior two. Turn the palms up, extend the left knee. Reset your warrior, shoulders over hips, and then rebend for the hold. And if you know you have a tendency to overarch the lower back, roll the tailbone down. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, turn the palm, reach them, the hands overhead, extend the left leg, and this time spin the right toes out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to heart. Sit in your squat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, squat down. Maybe you can go a little bit deeper this time. Inhale, reach up. You're still grounded through your feet. One more time, reach up. And then find your warrior two. One more time, facing the left side of the body. Turn the left palm, reverse your warrior. Carefully cart with the hands down to the floor. Inhale in here. Release the right knee down. And then shift the weight back into half hero pose. And again, any variation, if you have a block or even a blanket, something that will help you to level your hips here. If you don't, you can sit on the right heel. Reach the hands up and bring the palms on heart center here. A little bit of tucking of the chin to the chest. Hold the space. Notice the breath moving in and out. Maybe you can feel your heart beating here. Hold here for one more deep breath in. And one more deep breath out. Again. Find that ninja-like movement to return into lunge. And this time, step the left foot behind you. Back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right forward, high plank, high push-up. Drop the knees down. Make your way onto your belly. Stack the hands one on top of the other. Release the forehead down. Turn the big toes towards each other. And breathe. Find joy in stillness. We always try to move too fast. Do multiple things at the same time. Some call it multitasking, but literally it just almost attention deficit disorder. So just like we move in yoga, one pose at a time, one breath at a time. Maybe try to do just one thing at a time and do it well, and then move to the next task. You can complete your practice here or end your practice here on the belly. Sometimes Shavasana on the belly feels just the right thing. Otherwise, roll onto your back into the more traditional Shavasana. And as always, if there's something else you would like to bring into the practice before closing it, maybe a little bit of movement, releasing the knees side to side, pulling them to the chest. And if you're ready to hold, just stay where you are. That's a practice go. With its more challenging parts, whether it was a movement, whether it was the stillness, the yin part of the practice or the yang part of the practice. Place it all behind you. Enjoy the complete surrender to gravity. With the peace that the practice brings. Maybe a gift to be out of your mind and into your body and into your breath for whatever the length of the practice is. Simply start to deepen the breath and to bring back movement into the body, maybe just wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, down the head, side to side. And then roll to the right side body. And from there, make your way into a comfortable seated position, cross-legged seated position. Again, if this is not for you, place the feet on the floor, extend the legs, whatever works for you today. Different days, we need different things.
Bring the palms together in front of the heart center. Gently tuck the chin toward the chest. And one more time, return to the intention you set. Rebreathe it. Reseal it. Touch your prayer to your forehead center, place of knowledge, and back to the heart where knowledge becomes wisdom. And please join me as we bow forward and we say to each other, Namaste. Thank you so much.